Hi, I'm Erica from Spirit 105.3, and I wanted to give you a little taste of what it sounds like in the studio when an artist comes to visit the station. This is Pat Barrett when he walks in. We were talking about one of my favorite topics, bagels. New York. So it's like one of the 5 food groups.
Now, okay.
Right? Am I right or am I right?
I feel like there's like bagel debate because I feel like what you would call bagel, what Atlanta would call a bagel, you'd be like, that's not a bagel.
That's not a bagel. That's just a piece of round bread, right?
Yeah.
Hi,
I'm
Benjamin. I'm Erica, and this is Max. Did you meet Garrett?
Yeah, Matt Garrett.
Okay, awesome.
We go way back.
Oh,
If I'm not getting yelled at or like rushed in my bagel order, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Okay, that's a good point.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And a mile high cream cheese.
And then there's that study. It was like
A study about.
well, no. It was like when Europe studied the type of bread in general that we have, like Subway. Do you remember that study?
I don't, but I want to get into
somewhere in
it.
Scandinavia, it was like they were examining Subway bread
Okay.
because it was being marketed as bread, and because of how much sugar we put in, they're like, this isn't bread, this is cake. I'm like,
This is cake.
it was a thing.
I actually heard once that donuts are healthier than bagels. I hate to be a party pooper here, but I actually read that. Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
In what way?
I think it's because something turns into sugar, like I don't, that whole pasta.
Well, we can't eat anything anymore.
I know.
There's people coming against vegetables now.
I'm a vegetarian. That can't happen.
Okay, well,
All
I won't
right.
tell you what.
I mean, don't even.
Apparently, I'm just kidding.
So wait, the only mic we don't
I
need,
think so.
Garrett, help me, or do we just need them all?
of them.
Okay, great.
So we've got his voice here, and then his guitar.
I love
so we'll
this.
back the guitar down just a little
Oh,
bit.
I see. I didn't know why it was like that.
And then this one
Okay.
will cover both his voice and his guitar in this one.
You're wonderful.
So we might end up backing this one.
Is this live?
It is not live.
Okay, good. So if I need a
everything's
tune or
recorded. But here's what I'm hoping. Can we do a video
Heck yeah.
that we can post? Is that okay? You're
Yeah,
cool with that?
of
Okay.
course, of
So
course.
I'm just going to do a little, like Max is going to video. I'm going to say, oh my gosh, Pat Barrett, can't spell party without Pat, is in the house. We're so excited with Benjamin. And,
I'm taking that. That's my first. I don't have a tattoo. That's my first one.
Oh!
My wife will be so proud.
Yes, you need
get a
to
little
get taller.
better angle.
I love it. And I remember last time you were here, we were talking about charcuterie.
that better.
I remember. Do you remember that? It
Yes!
was like becoming a thing, Pat.
Yes.
Back in those days.
Why were we talking about it, though?
I don't know, but it was a whole topic.
It was a thing.
And I didn't go back and research. This is from memory. So I'm
That
telling
is-
you. It's crazy. You bring so much energy.
But why was I obsessed? Could I not?
It was a
I'm
thing.
like, why is there meats on a plate?
And
Well, I
then
don't know.
COVID probably killed it, right? Because we're not sharing at that
we're
point.
Not, we're not touching the same cutting
What were you
board.
gonna say? Oh, it wasn't. It was Gary. Okay, we're good. Nope. Just making sure everybody's cool.
Actually, I don't want to jump back to charcuterie, but can I just say this? I found out that there are companies that pay price gouging levels of money to make your own charcuterie. I'm
Yeah.
like, guys,
I know.
it's meat on a plate. It's
With
cheese
candy,
on a plate.
blackberries, you can do any sort of form of food art.
But does the salami look like a
It has
rose?
to be on a cutting board, though.
I know.
Right?
It has to be on a cutting board, and it preferably with a marble
Still
handle.
sounds out of
It's the
tuning.
new thing. Not even kidding.
I'm tuning to this.
Will you guys tell me when you're ready, and then I'll do the
I'm so
official.
sorry, y'all.
No, don't be sorry.
is
This is
like-
a blessing.
This is like,
We're so glad you're here. You should come every
I'm
week.
so happy to be here.
You want me to?
I also recently, I made the fatal mistake. Are y'all guitar players?
My daughter is, so I know a lot
Okay.
about it.
So
Definitely.
on the album, I made the fatal mistake of recording a song in a different tuning
Okay.
and just like a half step down. And it didn't register in my mind that like if you're gonna go play that music, there comes a point where you have to detune your entire. So you have to bring another one.
Need another guitar.
Oh, it opened up.
Garrett
It opened up a
understood
multiverse world that I was like,
You can't close it up.
you can't. So now I have to like.
Oh.
That's good.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
Yeah. So now it's a half step down, which is fine. Except now when you're like, "Hey, buddy," I have to bring it up one more. Blah blah blah.
It's
No
a
one
beautiful
cares.
guitar.
No one cares. Thank you.
Yeah. I know my guitar is for my daughter. She's a big fan. So, all right. So we're ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Hold on, wait 1 second.
Yeah, no, good. You tell me.
Un momentito, por favor. I'm
You guys are awesome.
I'm trying to learn Spanish.
Open up your shoulders to me, Eric.
Yes, let's do that. Open up my shoulders. I like
Open
that.
up my shoulders.
That could be a song. I mean, come on.
Open up my shoulders to me.
That's awesome. I love how you guys just harmonize.
Open
that.
up my shoulders to me.
We're saving all of this.
Yeah, this is good.
This is the gold
You
right
just
here.
want as much like internet trash as you can get.
Forget my deep questions. Like
yeah,
this is
forget
the
'em.
best. Like
Barrett taught you.
charcuterie.
Yeah, yeah. Shoulder gate. Okay,
For King and Country isn't going to be the only one with the shoulder song.
ready.
All right, here we go. Wow, here we go. I am so excited to tell you that Pat Barrett is in the house today with Benjamin. Welcome, Pat.
Hey, good to be here.
I mean, we love when Pat comes to Seattle because he brings the energy. And today, a brand new song. This is called Beautiful Life. Woo!
Beautiful Life.
Yes.
Just fire into it. Are we
Let's
ready?
fire up. Let's go.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Every day is a gift from God. Even ones that have left their scars. So don't waste another moment, 'cause you don't know what you got until it's gone. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna let one pass me by. No, I'm living on borrowed time. Not guaranteed tomorrow. Just promise what we have will be enough. Yeah. So everywhere I look, it's got me singing. Oh, what a beautiful life. Oh, what a beautiful life. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. No, it doesn't mean it's always gonna feel alright, but it'll be a gift if you hold it right. Oh, what a beautiful life. Oh, what a beautiful life. Come too far just to turn back now. Seen too much just to turn it all around. Not waiting for tomorrow, 'cause there's a miracle of heaven here and now. Yeah. So everywhere I look, it's got me singing. Oh, what a beautiful life. Oh, what a beautiful life. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. No, it doesn't mean it's always gonna feel alright, but it'll be a gift if you hold it right. Oh, what a beautiful life. Oh, what a beautiful life. A time for weeping, a time for laughing, a time to reap, a time to sow, a time for dancing, and there's a time for dying. Oh, and a time for living. No, it doesn't mean it's always gonna feel alright, but it'll be a gift if you hold it right. Oh, what a beautiful life. Oh, what a beautiful life. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. No, it doesn't mean it's always gonna feel alright, but it'll be a gift if you hold it right. Oh, what a beautiful life. Oh, what a beautiful life. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. No, it doesn't mean it's always gonna feel alright, but it'll be a gift if you hold it right. Oh, what a beautiful life. Oh, what a beautiful life.
Wow. Praise God.
Heck yeah.
You guys, oh my word. Okay, I have to throw out my first question.
Yeah.
Because as you sang, you got me thinking how often we're saying as human beings right now, what a time to be alive.
Right.
Everything going on in this world.
Right.
How can I bring a child into this world? But you have reframed that to say, what a time to be alive. Tell me about that.
Right. Well, I think, it's funny. That perspective we're offered something in as believers that, or any type of faith opens a door to a perspective that Jesus says is possible, and that is that your life can be seen as a gift from God. And it's cool. Like, so I'm a preacher's kid, and I grew up around all these verses, but in Ecclesiastes, that list of time to reap, time to sow, the time to dance, the time to refrain from dancing. Like, you get this list of things that happen in life.
Yeah.
And also in that chapter, it says, he has made everything beautiful in its time.
Yes.
And so that's what I want. Like, I want to raise kids with the perspective that are like, okay, this is, I know we're going to experience difficulties, but what, we're here. It's a miracle we're even here in the first place. The chances of it being you here, and when that is involved with the way we view our ordinary life, all of a sudden it's not ordinary, it's miraculous.
Amen.
So it's a beautiful life. I believe it. I really believe it.
I believe it with you. I learned yesterday that we take 20,000 breaths a day as humans.
Goodness.
Isn't
20,000.
that crazy? And every breath comes from God. So, Pat, what happens when we do what you're asking us to do in this song, when we see life as the gift that it is?
Oh, gosh. Well, for me, I can only speak from my I turned 40 this year, my almost 40
I love my 40s.
Oh,
I'm having
I
a
can't
good
wait.
40s.
I can't wait till 40. I think it's going to be so awesome.
Yeah.
I think when life is received that way, all of a sudden, there's a trust.
Yeah.
And, there's also for me, I feel this, a level of acceptance and like, okay, a releasing of what I can't control.
Yes.
And if I don't see life as a gift and I see it as something, to be, if I feel entitlement or I feel like I'm deserved something, or it opens the door to resentment and bitterness. And I've found when life is a gift, the fruits of the Spirit explode. It's like, you all of a sudden, I know for me, I'd love more joy in my life and more peace. Like, no one would be like, I'd like less peace.
Nobody.
You met anybody that said that?
Yep.
And I think there's like an ecosystem of thankfulness and gratefulness to God for the things that he's given us. It's not just something that makes your everyday life better. But in the Psalms, it says, you enter his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Like, the doorway to praise is thankfulness. And you go into thankfulness with open hands and a receptivity to God that I think it changes everything. I know it has for me.
I think one of the greatest songs about thankfulness ever written was How Great Thou Art. And
Oh
I
my
know
gosh, yeah.
you're just part of an incredible project. Every time I hear How Great Thou Art with you and Matt Redman and the others, I get the Holy Ghost goosebumps, Pat. What was it like?
Insane. I couldn't even believe I was invited into such, like, that hymn. I sung it my whole life, So even for me, honestly, it was just being in the room with a bunch of people I look up to and respect and have impacted my life.
Yeah.
All of us singing a song that has impacted our lives,
You can feel it.
Oh my gosh. And it's amazing too, because I've done a lot of, Benjamin and I both have traveled to the UK and led worship, and their melodies are a little different for the same hymn as well, like the cadence of it. And so it's cool to even see the way that hymn has impacted the US, the way it's impacted the UK in the same way and in different ways. And when songs do that, it just feels, I don't know, it reminds me that we're all a part of something older than us.
Ooh, I
and
like
will last long after we're here,
Incredible.
So, just like that song.
Well, I could talk to you all day, but I want to ask you, we're doing a very special Leap of Faith Day show, because Leap Day is this Thursday.
Okay.
So I want to ask you, Pat, is there a leap of faith that you can think of? Maybe it was 10 minutes ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
What's your favorite leap of faith story?
My favorite leap of faith story.
I can edit out the gaps, too.
Yeah, well, I don't mind the gaps, but I know you do.
I like that.
Can I take a minute of silence to think about this? This would be riveting radio. I think a leap of faith, a big one, it just comes to mind because I'm here playing music. It was never in my, 5-year, 10-year plan to do like a solo album ever.
Wow.
And it was really my wife, Meg, hearing some songs I was singing around the house that I just felt like were for my own personal times of worship or whatever. And and she listened to it and said, I think you'd find a lot of joy sharing some of these songs that I hear you singing a lot that are obviously touching you in some way. And I was like, well, maybe I felt that insecurity, you know, like,
Yes.
well, I don't know, like I'm leading worship at this church and I love singing all the songs there. And maybe these songs don't belong. But there came a point where I just felt like, okay, this would actually feel like faith to put some of these songs out and maybe find some people that could be touched the same way I was and impacted and help them see God and invite them into communion the same way they've kind of helped me do the same thing. So that to me, even being here and doing music the way I'm doing it now, it felt like a humongous leap. Now looking back, I'm like, what was I so scared of? You know,
Wow.
Which is like it is in life in general.
Yes.
But there is always that initial,
Yeah.
it's not always just fear. It's just the butterflies of doing something new.
Yes.
And I think sometimes we confuse the two.
Yes.
We're like, I'm so scared. It's like, well, you may be scared, but you also may just be nervous because you've never done this before. And the moment you reach out and you tell someone the way Jesus has impacted your life, once you do that one time, all of a sudden the new fear is gone.
Wow.
And it's replaced by like excitement. And so that's what music has felt like the last few years. But initially it was like the inertia of, can I do this? Is this worth it? Will anyone care? You know, so.
Well, thank Meg for us. We care, and we're grateful.
I thank her every day.
Aw.
But she holds our family together. She's the best.
That's beautiful,
Yeah.
Pat. So, Benjamin, is there a leap of faith in your life that leaps to your mind?
Yeah, like
I want to hear.
Yeah, if I told you my story, you would pick the places that I wouldn't, and it seems so small, but as you were asking Pat, I thought about this conversation I had with a friend about 15 years ago, and I was teaching guitar lessons as a career. I had like 60 students a week, and I remember when I was toying around the idea of, but I want to play guitar full time, and I didn't think I could go back to doing that. I remember talking to him, and he was like, well, man, you can always choose comfort-based decisions or faith-based decisions. And I was like, well, what does that mean?
Good
He was like,
word.
well,
That
you
hurt.
should find out.
I felt that. I felt that. Yeah.
And I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't have anything on the horizon. I had like this small little opportunity for not enough work to pay my bills. I was like, well, God, I can't do this without you, but this is what my heart really wants to do. And I'm scared and I can't control it. I can control this, and this is within my grasp, but I'm going to like push all this stuff away. And I'm going to walk this way. Yeah. That was it for me.
And here you are playing guitar with Can't Spell Party Without Pat Barrett.
Oh, I know. It's strong.
You guys, honestly, I could have you in here for an hour. Thank you for your valuable time. Sarah Taylor's going to come in now, but God bless the work that you're doing.
Hey, thank you.
Really appreciate you.
Thank you.